Good morning, class 8. In the previous classes, you have read about direct variation and inverse variation and some problems about work and time. Now, today we have to recall some points on work and time and some basic concepts of time and distance. So take a look at this. Here the points are: amount of work done by a person varies directly with time taken by him or her to complete it. It means, students, the amount of work is directly proportional to time taken. That is, if work done is more, then time taken is more. If work done is less, time taken is less. The next thing, number of persons performing a particular work varies inversely with time taken by them. It means, if the number of persons is more, then time taken is less, and if the number of persons is less, then time taken is more. We were talking about this thing earlier. Now, the speed of a moving body and distance travelled by it in a particular time vary directly with each other. Means, if the speed is more, then distance is more for a particular time. If speed is less, then distance is less. Now, the distance travelled and time taken by a moving body, speed remaining constant, vary directly with each other. Again, if distance travelled is more, then time taken is more if the speed is constant. And if distance travel is less, then time taken is also less if speed is constant. Now, speed of a moving body and time taken to cover a particular distance vary inversely with each other. Again, if you drive fast, then your time taken will be less, and if you drive slow, then your time taken will be more for a particular distance. Now, speed equal to distance by time, it is a formula. Time is also equals to distance by speed, and by both we can say that distance equal to speed into time. Now we have to talk about special fact about crossing train. Crossing train means, if a train crossing a thing having negligible length, like lamppost, like signal, like a tree, a telegraph post, etc., having negligible length. Distance travelled by train to cross a pole or a tree or a signal, etc., is equal to the length of train. You can see here in this picture, there is a train, and if it cross this signal or the post, then it has to cover its own distance to cross it. A pole, a tree, a signal, etc., having negligible length. Now, the next situation, that is train crossing a tunnel or a bridge or a platform, etc., having a definite length. Here you can see in the picture, there is a train having some length and a tunnel having some length, and we have to decide what distance it has to cover to cross this tunnel. So first it has to cover its own length to cross this point, and to cross this tunnel it has to cover this distance. So total distance traveled by train to cross the tunnel or a bridge or a platform, whatever the thing, equals length of train plus length of tunnel. These two concepts will more clear by taking examples. A train 400-meter long is running at a speed of 72 km per hour. How much time does it take to cross a telegraph post? Here you can see, you can understand the length of train is 400 meter and it has to cross a telegraph post. So distance traveled by the train must be equals to the length of its own. So here the length of train is 400 meter. It crossed a post of negligible length. So distance covered by it is 400 meter itself. And now the speed of train is 72 km per hour. That can be converted into meter per second by multiplying by 5 by 18. That will give you 20 meter per second. Time taken to cross the post equals distance by speed, that is 400 by 20, which is equals to 20 seconds. Now for next example, a train 360 meter long is running at a speed of 45 km per hour. What time will it take to cross a 140 meter long bridge? So here the distance covered by train equals length of train plus length of bridge by this concept. Length of train and length of tunnel, whatever it can be a bridge. So by this concept we can find out the distance traveled by train, that is 360 plus 140 meter, which is equals 500 meter. Now speed of train equals 45 km per hour. That can be converted into meter per second by multiplying by 5 by 18, that is 25 by 2 meter per second. And therefore time taken equals distance by speed, 500 divided by 25 by 2, that will give you 40 seconds. So students, these are the two main concepts of time and distance in the variation chapter. You can watch me on my YouTube channel, Ocean of Maths. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.